Hey Domainers, my name is Marcelo and welcome back to Game Domain for a video we've been working on for almost 3 months now. Good to Evil, Mario and Luigi. This series will rank the many characters from the Mario and Luigi series from good to evil. And we've also had some help from Shroob Invader for this video.
Hey guys, it's Shroob Invader here, and something that separates me from other YouTubers and also other people in general is that I'm one of the only Shroobs that have hair. I also own a channel about the Mario RPGs, and I dive really specifically into them. I do a ton of ranking videos, even on one game. So, if you're into the Mario RPGs at all, which I'm guessing you are because, well, you're watching a video about Mario and Luigi, then I suggest checking it out. But other than that, we gotta go over some disclaimers.
We have a few things to go over first before we begin, so if you want to just get right to the ranking, go to the timestamp on the screen. There are so many different characters in the series that it's simply unrealistic to talk about every single one. However, we did our best to include all the important characters along with some fan favorites. Also, we will not be including events outside the series. So no Paper Mario events, no main series events, only things that have happened in a Mario and Luigi game. At this current moment in time, there are 5 games in the series. So if you are watching this in the future and there is a new game, please don't comment saying we forgot characters that do not exist yet. Some characters' descriptions will be fairly short as we have limited information on them, but we wanted to include them anyway. With over 70 characters, no opinions are going to be exactly the same. If you disagree with something we say, let us know what your opinion is in the comments. Just because an opinion is different does not mean it's wrong. So let's have some discussions about why we think certain characters are better than others or more evil than others while remaining respectful. And a quick note before we begin. Yes, we are aware Wanna Binge just did a video on the same topic. We've been working on this video since February, as you can see from this community post. We also scheduled this video to be uploaded a couple days before their video came up, and only now to reschedule with a new video to add in this announcement. With that, let's get into the ranking. Starting us off is one of the titular characters of the series, Luigi. The younger half of the Mario brothers, Luigi earns our highest placed among the series' good characters. Luigi may be timid in many instances, but he grows braver and more selfless throughout each game and across the series. Luigi places the safety of the many innocent lives placed at risk by villains throughout the series above his own, despite some hesitation in the face of danger. He works with Mario and many other heroic figures to face off against the series' most dangerous and despicable villains, and the character development that occurs for Luigi, both personally and in his relationship with Mario, is stellar. This is especially evident in Dream Team, where the Mario brothers' relationship is explored thoroughly. He's a kind younger brother to Mario, and we feel that his actions throughout the series earn him our top spot on this list. Mario is a consistently brave and heroic figure within the Mario and Luigi series. Adventuring, fighting, and exploring beside his brother Luigi, Mario helps take down menaces such as Cackletta, Fawful, Bowser, the Dark Star, and many others. His list of heroic feats throughout the series bearing his name is enormous. He never shies away in the face of danger, and puts the safety of others before his own. Like with Luigi, he has traveled through time, fought an evil soul to save a kingdom, fought off an alien invasion, and also took care of 2 of the most annoying characters in the Mario series. His spot this high on our list is well earned. Peach is one of the characters that appears in every Mario and Luigi game. While for most of the time she is kidnapped, she still proves to be selfless and heroic. In both Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story, she's kidnapped as part of the main villain's plot to use her to reawaken a powerful being. You'd think if there's so many kidnappings and similar evil plots, the Mushroom Kingdom would have some tighter security for Peach, but I suppose her kidnapping is Nintendo's go-to catalyst for Mario adventures. Regardless, Peach makes it clear how much she values innocent life, and does what she can, be it using the resources she has in the Mushroom Kingdom, helping to fight the occasional battle, or simply offering her kindness to improve the world around her. She may not play quite as active of a role in the game's adventures as the Mario brothers, but she's certainly a well-intentioned character. Starlo is the Mario brothers' main companion throughout the Mario and Luigi series after her first appearance in Bowser's Inside Story. She helps them find the proper path through levels and across the overworld, giving them tips in battle, and helps them learn essential skills throughout each game. For her consistently helpful presence, Starlo ranks among the series' best characters. This companion comes into the Dream World to help the Mario Bros. Similar to how Starlo does in the real world, serving as one of the Dream Team's main characters. Throughout Mario and Luigi's adventure in Dream Team, he provides his heroism in numerous ways. He risks his life to try and save Princess Peach, helps Mario and Luigi in their battles against Phantasma and his army, and is a guide for the Mario Brothers at every step of their journey. His selflessness and bravery earn him a spot among the best characters of the Mario and Luigi series.
Stuffle is next on the list, and Stuffle is a very helpful suitcase that stores stuff for you, gives you info on each area, and tells you if the Cobalt Star has any signal or not. He is an incredibly important companion to the Mario Bros, and there may not be as much character development for the sentient suitcase as some other characters, but he is consistently helpful and earns a spot among the series' good characters.
Dream is a knowledgeable pillow that helps you get to Dream's Deep, and rescues you when both the Bros and Peach are knocked out. He once helped Prince Dreambert devise a plan to lock Phantasma away within Dream's Deep, and helps advise the Mario Brothers on their journey to defeat Phantasma once and for all. He is a helpful guide for our protagonist, placing him among the good characters of the series. Queen Bean is the ruler of the Bean Bean Kingdom, and is one of the many beanish characters turned evil during Cackleta's takeover of the kingdom. We won't hold her violent attack against Mario and Luigi while under Cackleta's influence against her, since she was not truly in control of her actions. Upon being defeated and returned to her regular state, she vows to help Mario and Luigi however she can to defeat Cackleta. Lady Lima is the Bean Bean Kingdom's goodwill ambassador in Superstar Saga. She is kidnapped and imprisoned by Cackleta and Fawful, and her appearance is imitated by Cackleta so she can infiltrate Peach's castle. The real Lady Lima is a kind, loyal ambassador of the Bean Bean Kingdom, who is incredibly gracious to Mario and Luigi upon being rescued. She also helps the Mario Brothers by instructing them on how to cure Queen Bean, a critical step in their journey. Prince Peasley is the Bean Bean Kingdom's greatest hero. He possesses great bravery, cunning, and skill with a sword, making him a formidable opponent in battle. Despite his occasional obsession with his own appearance, Prince Peasley is an ultimately selfless and noble character who risks his life numerous times throughout the events of Superstar Saga in order to aid Mario and Luigi, protect the lives of innocents in the Mushroom and Bean Bean Kingdoms, and combat evil forces such as Cackleta and Fawful. Throughout the events of Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, Paper Mario helps the Mario Bros in a few ways. For example, he helps them fit through small gaps in the overworld, saves them from battle, and even gets them out of prison in Twinsy Tropics. He also assists you in battle and in movement across the overworld. A classic hero from Mario and Luigi's sibling series, Paper Mario has a long list of heroic, selfless deeds within his own self-titled games. However, even if we focus just on his role within Paper Jam, he certainly earns a good place among the series' good characters.
Next up is Kylie Koopa, a reporter for Yoshi's Island that helps you by giving Mario and Luigi important info. This includes her telling the brothers that Princess Peach is going to Koopaseum, as well as informing them of a secret entrance to the Coliseum. In her most heroic moment, Kylie Koopa disguises herself as a Shroob and rescues the Mario Bros from Princess Shroob's clutches. While Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, and Baby Peach may only be infants, they still help with their adult counterparts in multiple ways. They assist the adult bros in battles, both with regular enemies and in boss encounters. Baby Peach also contributes by helping the Mario Bros learn some important abilities from the Toadsworths. The reason why they aren't as high up as their adult selves though is just because we've only seen them in partners at time, and that's it.
Up next is Dr. Toadley. Dr. Toadley is a fortune teller that tells Mario and Luigi about the star cures. After having Mario and Luigi collect each star cure, Toadley combines them into a miracle cure, which heals the many inhabitants of the Mushroom Kingdom affected by the Blorbs. Paper Peach gets kidnapped along with regular Peach in Paper Jam, so there aren't many acts by which to judge her character in this game. However, it is clear that she cares about her paper people, and helps Peach escape their kidnappers, placing her among the good characters of the series. Next up is Chekron. This peculiar character is one of the 3 Star Sages in Bowser's Inside Story. He is found atop a mountain on Plaque Beach, where he has stood, meditating in a motionless pose for 1,000 years. He helps Bowser navigate the Chak Roads, and bestows the 3rd and final Star Cure upon Mario and Luigi.
Next up is the mad scientist made famous after his first appearance in Luigi's Mansion, Professor Egad. Egad is a helpful guide who tells the player the proper path forward after they collect one of the pieces of the Cobalt Star. He also created the time machine that Peach and the Toads use to go back in time, and helps the player defuse a volcano when it begins erupting. And just a side note, yes, I know about some of the questionable things he has done in other games, but like we said at the beginning, we're not referencing games outside of the series.
Next is the Starshade Bros from Superstar Saga. This pair of irregular Toad brothers have distinct physical characteristics. Unlike any other Toads we've seen in the series, They have noses, which already makes them distinct in appearance. They also are always seen wearing sunglasses, and the spots on their head are star-shaped. General and Sergeant Starshade help Mario and Luigi by teaching them the spin jump and high jump moves, both important tools the Mario Bros. Use throughout the game. These Toads are fiercely loyal to the Mushroom Kingdom, and the help they offer Mario and Luigi places them amongst the good characters of the series. Next on our list are the Blue Shell Paratroopas. These helpful paratroopers let Mario and Luigi take their blue shells to help them safely navigate the sewers of the Mushroom Kingdom, as well as assisting the brothers with attack pieces on 2 occasions. The Seedrings are seahorse-like creatures from Dream Team, who reside in dreamy Driftwood Shore. They band together to help hide Princess Peach deeper within the dream world by giving Mario and Luigi their rare Dream Eggs. This kind act places the Seedrings amongst the good characters of the franchise. The admittedly minor characters of the Border Bros make their mark in Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, largely because of the fun minigame challenge they present to the player. They may not display any acts of great heroism, but these 2 Hammer Bros are tasked with protecting the Bean Bean Kingdom from evil forces, earning them a place among the good characters of the Mario & Luigi series.
Young Toadsworth is up next, and he helps Mario and Luigi learn abilities while trying to cheer up Baby Peach at the same time. He also supports Baby Mario in his initial battle against Baby Bowser, and supports the babies by giving and teaching them how to use green shells. So for those reasons alone, he's gotta be pretty high on the good list.
Another minor character from Superstar Saga who helps Mario and Luigi on their journey is Blablanodon, an intelligent Pterosaurus-type dinosaur who assists Mario and Luigi after they attempt to climb Hoo Hoo Mountain. After their initial interaction, Blablanodon offers to fly Mario and Luigi to the summit anytime they need. The proprietor of Pillow Island, this sleepy figure is a guide for Mario and Luigi early on in the game. He later teaches them how to break through the barrier of Neo Bowser Castle, proving his resourcefulness and willingness to help our heroes in their quest. Brock Madam makes her debut in Bowser's Inside Story. Similar to Brock Monsieur, she is a block character who helps our protagonists on their journey. In both games, she runs challenge houses to help Bowser and the Mario Brothers practice special attacks. In Dream Team, she's the most helpful, as she gives Mario and Luigi the idea of hiding Peach in the dream world and tells you when Dr. Snoozemore returns. Big Massive and Lil Massive are a beefy duo that helps you navigate Mount Pajamaja while teaching you some useful skills. Their helpfulness and humor place them among the series' good characters. Huhuros, Guardian of Hoo Hoo Mountain, is placed among the good characters of the series despite the fact that Mario and Luigi must battle him. The fight does not occur because Huhuros wants to hurt Mario and Luigi, or stop their quest to restore peace to the Mushroom and Bean Bean Kingdoms, but rather because Huhuros wants to test the brothers' abilities before permitting them to pass into the dangerous Hoo Hoo Mountain region. Once Mario and Luigi defeat him in battle, he offers them his congratulations and happily grants them passage. Next we have Chuckleroot, the old gnarled tree which guards the Chucklehuck Woods and protects the forest's mother tree. His dedication to protecting this forest earns him a spot on our good list. This block helps Bowser in Bowser's Inside Story by giving him the vacuum block and offering him the only shop in the entire game. He also gives Bowser his dog after Bowser collects 15 Blitties for him. In Dream Team, he's in charge of Pillow Castle, where he is essentially a tour guide for the Mario Brothers, giving them useful info on the castle. He isn't the kindest to Mario and Luigi in BIS, but it's mostly comical since it's based on his disdain for Mario and Luigi's frequent bashing of blocks throughout the kingdom. This peculiar pillow character helps Mario and Luigi by building them the Utilibed to be used to enter the dreamy Somnom Woods within the dream world. Despite some eccentric characteristics, who can trust a man who refers to himself in the third person and discusses his love for napping on other people? Betsmith is ultimately a helpful and benevolent figure. Cork and Cask, the aggressively French brothers who co-own the Chateau de Chucklehuck, are minor characters in Superstar Saga but serve an important purpose. Upon meeting Mario and Luigi, they teach our heroes the Mini Mario and Dunk Hammer moves, which are crucial skills the brothers utilize throughout the rest of the game.
Next is the Hammer Bros. Normally enemies of Mario and Luigi, the Hammer Bros give our heroes hammers and teach them how to use them effectively, after the babies save them from the Shroob's influences.
Next, we have Firebrand and Thunderhand, a pair of spirits from Superstar Saga which help Mario and Luigi on their journey. They teach the brothers fire and thunder techniques which prove useful throughout the rest of the adventure. Next, we have a misunderstood character, the Guffaha Ruins monster. In Superstar Saga, the residents of Guffaha Ruins view this stone creature as a vicious, evil monster, warning Luigi of its villainy. Yet, upon meeting him, Luigi discovers that he's simply misunderstood, and is actually a gentle, kind yet understandably angry character due to the negative rumors which have been spread about him. Next is a helpful character from Bowser's Inside Story, Cuzzle. This elderly Koopa is a star sage who loves solving puzzles. While interacting with him is not required, doing so informs the Mario Brothers of the puzzle sacks. When these are returned to Cuzzle, he gives the brothers 10 of every type of bean for each puzzle sack. After the Bean Star breaks into 4 pieces in Superstar Saga, the Mario Bros. Find one piece at the Yoshi Theater, led by a Yoshi fanatic named Bottle. This eccentric character agrees to give a piece of the star to the brothers, despite his assistant's insistence that he ignore their request and remove them from the property. He tasks the Mario Bros. With retrieving some neon eggs to use in the Yoshi's Theater sign out front, in exchange for the Bean Star piece. He may not have any great moments of bravery or selflessness, but his willingness to help Mario and Luigi, and despite his assistant begging him to ignore them, places him amongst the series' good characters. The Z-Keeper is the powerful protector of Pillow Island within the Dream World. Long before the events of Dream Team, he regularly defended the island from danger, most notably in the old battle with Phantasma, during which he helped Prince Dreambert seal away Phantasma in Dreams Deep. He's quite heroic, yet initially comes across as having a materialistic nature. He seems to value money almost as much as he values his role of protecting innocent lives from danger. However, he reveals himself to be less greedy and more well-intentioned than he initially lets on. He decides to help Mario break the barrier of Neo Bowser Castle without charging him his absurd price, and later breaks up his singular giant dream coin into many coins, which he distributes to the residents of the island. The granddaughter of the aforementioned Chuckleroot is a very minor character in Superstar Saga. She is encountered in Chucklehuck Woods, where she teaches Luigi about the beans which can be found underground using a special technique the brothers can execute together. Next up is Lakitu. Even though he charges an outrageous price, he is the person that runs the Paper Toad saving mission. He helps you save hundreds of Paper Toads within the minigames at the Lakitu Info Center, which places him amongst the good characters of the list, if slightly low on this end of the scale. When Bowser first encounters Yik, he's attacked as Yik's tower defends itself from who it sees as a trespasser. However, once Bowser makes it inside, Yik himself appears as an apparition within a book Bowser finds. Yik then teaches Bowser how to use his Boo-Ray machine, which helps Bowser on his journey. Yik barely lands among the good characters of the series, for his helpfulness balanced by the initial attack on Bowser. Another minor character from Superstar Saga, Bink is a skeletal crew member aboard the SS Chocola, who resembles a skeletal Kong in the original game and a more generic skeleton-type character in the 3DS remake. The Mario Brothers must complete his barrel minigame in order to proceed deeper into the ship and collect a piece of the shattered Bean Star. Bink is not an evil character by any stretch. In fact, his dialogue makes him pretty likable, and the minigame he tasks the player with serves as a good break from the usual gameplay. That said, he unnecessarily slows down Mario and Luigi's progress in collecting the piece of the Bean Star, a critical step in their quest to save the Mushroom and Bean Kingdoms from ruin. With all the good characters out of the way, it's time to now get to the morally gray characters. Characters that aren't necessarily evil or bad, but also aren't truly good.
Our first character in the gray zone is Mrs. Thwomp. This character has an aggressive temper, but it's not truly evil. When Mario and Luigi stop the volcano from erupting, Mrs. Thwomp gets furious, as she and her husband view the eruption each year. She gets so upset that she attacks the Mario Brothers, engaging them in a mini-boss battle. After being defeated, she calms down for a brief moment before Mr. Thwomp denies her request to join him and the Mario Bros on their quest to Thwomp Caverns. When she is told she had to stay behind, she knocks her husband into the volcano, revealing her hot temper once more. She's certainly not a kind character, so she places among the gray area characters of the series.
Toadette is a generally helpful character in Paper Jam, being crucial to the building of papercraft machines used by Mario and Luigi. However, there is a cutscene which makes it clear that she overworks the Paper Toads. We don't tolerate poor working conditions, so she lands among the series' gray area characters. Next up is Hermie III, a colorful character from Superstar Saga. This enormous hermit crab with a shell decorated like a Christmas tree is not evil, though he does have quite the temper. He attacks Mario and Luigi when they distract the residents of Guarhar Lagoon when they're supposed to be helping him decorate his shell. After their battle, Hermie listens to the brothers explain the importance of their quest, and gives up a piece of the Bean Star he was using as the crown jewel atop his shell. This peculiar character ranks among the gray area characters of the series. Nabbit is a chaotic, thieving character who spends his time stealing from people in the Mario universe. He steals all of the Toad's special attacks, sending Mario and Luigi on a wild goose chase to retrieve them. However, he also briefly teams up with the Mario Bros for a few enemy encounters, showing while his actions aren't the best, he's willing to still team up with people for the greater good on occasion. Next, we have Broggy, a Brock dog encountered in Bowser's Inside Story and Dream Team. He is Brock Monsieur's guard dog, and attacks Bowser despite just being rescued by him. That said, he's also a dog, and if anything, his demeanor can be blamed more on his owner than on his own character. It's hard to get too mad at this enormous cuboid creature, and we just couldn't stand to put a dog amongst the evil characters of the list. Brickle, known as Boss Brickle by his employees, is a tough leader who treats his employees pretty poorly. However, after meeting Mario and Luigi, he does eventually agree to give them Eldream's pillow and sends them off with some extra attack pieces as well. Next up is the Spirit of the Dreamstone. This is the only entity with knowledge of the Dreamstone's whereabouts, information that is critical to Mario and Luigi's journey in Dream Team. It is hot-tempered, snapping at Mario and Luigi while they question him about the stone's location. Eventually, he gets so frustrated that he engages them in battle. However, after being defeated, he remarks how impressed he is with their strength and agrees to help them after all. Harhal, the talented artist and fashion stylist in Superstar Saga, finds himself within the gray area category of our list. He is not at all evil, and does willingly part with a piece of the Beanstar when Mario and Luigi complete his challenge. However, he is also known to have a hot temper, which he occasionally takes out on his employees. He also uses design bombs, an explosive device used to color his custom clothing, leading one worker to express disdain for having to use such dangerous materials. Jojora, a minor character from Superstar Saga, is a difficult one to place on this list. She's not exactly evil, and does seem to legitimately care for her friends, but she does ambush Mario and Luigi, forcing them to fight her and her friend. While she obviously poses a threat to Mario and Luigi in this battle, she's also the reason her friend is in danger to begin with, making her indignation when Mario and Luigi fight back in self-defense somewhat confusing. She seems to take pleasure in messing with the Mario Bros, but since she is far from being engaged in the level of evil seen in the series' antagonist, we put her in our gray area category. Britta, or Boss Lady as she's often called, is very similar to Boss Brickle. She also orders employees around with a harsh tone, seeming to value efficiency and money more than their well-being. That said, she never does anything truly evil, so she lands amongst our gray area characters. Bubbles, the eccentric founder and CEO of Chocola Cola Incorporated in Superstar Saga, is another character who falls in our gray area category. His dedication to creating the perfect soda is admirable, and he's not necessarily engaged in some grand evil scheme, but he does reveal a darker side to his character when Mario and Luigi fail to accept his offer to try his finest soda. The Mario Brothers learn that he's kidnapped Popple and Rookie for making the same mistake, then unleashes the Chocolator, a sentient soda monster which attacks Mario and Luigi. With the gray characters now done, it's time to get to the bad to evil category.
First up for this category is Baby Bowser, not to be confused with Bowser Jr. Even though he does help Mario and Luigi at times like saving the Big Bros in Holly Jolly Village, he has a tendency for mischief. He steals all the Yoshi cookies, he steals your Cobalt Star Shards at the Vim Factory, and he takes credit for saving the Yoshis after you get out of Yu's belly, even though he didn't do anything. He isn't pure evil, he's just about what you expect from a toddler-age Bowser.
Next up is Tolstar from Superstar Saga. This deceitful spike found in Stardust Fields requires people to pay a toll, get it, in order to cross his territory. After Bowser gets stuck inside a cannon in Stardust Fields, Tolstar insists Mario and Luigi pay him all the coins they have if he is to help free Bowser and keep the event to himself. Since Mushroom Kingdom coins have much less value than Bean Kingdom coins, Tolstar demands that Mario and Luigi go find 100 Bean coins and pay them all to him. However, even after Mario and Luigi complete this difficult task, Tolstar refuses to help them free Bowser and instead battles the brothers. His selfishness, dishonesty, and willingness to attack our heroes over his own desire for wealth makes Tolstar one of the series' more evil characters. Next, we have Trunkle, an enemy from Superstar Saga. This large rock creature attacks Princess Peach while she and the Mario brothers venture through Teehee Valley. Mario and Luigi intervene, fighting it off to protect Peach. This enemy doesn't seem to be very intelligent and therefore does not have any real personality to discuss. It mostly just serves as an obstacle in Mario & Luigi's quest, and due to its violent nature, it ranks among the series' evil characters. The Chocolator is a sentient version of Bubbles' Chocola Reserve Soda in Superstar Saga. It seems to be largely under Bubbles' control, and is used as a weapon to attack Mario and Luigi. It returns to the form of normal soda upon defeat, but its only actions in the game involve trying to defeat Mario and Luigi, placing it among the series' evil characters. This enormous piranha plant boss is fought on the Bean Bean International Airport runway in Superstar Saga. While not much is done to show her character or personality traits, she does try to defeat Mario and Luigi in battle. It's also worth pointing out that the battle begins with two smaller piranha plants positioned in front of the Mom Piranha, which seems to imply that Mom Piranha is okay using her children as fodder in battle. Not cool.
Petey Piranha is a boss enemy in Partners in Time, fighting the Mario Bros after eating Princess Peach on Princess Shroop's orders. He is mostly a pawn in the Shroom invasion, but he does put several innocent lives at risk. He is really just a prototypical boss, where his only goal, which is bad, is really someone else's doing.
Upon losing his memory in Superstar Saga, Bowser unwittingly adopts the alter ego of Rookie. In this role, he serves Popple, a professional thief and minor antagonist in the game. While Rookie is certainly less self-absorbed and more loyal and submissive than Bowser's regular persona, he still spends his time helping a thief try and steal the Beanstar. His less assertive nature means that Bowser's taken advantage of by Popple while he suffers from amnesia, being used as Popple's personal weapon. Despite this, Rookie fiercely protects Popple in battle. These traits make it somewhat difficult to place him on our list of evil characters, but because he still voluntarily assists Popple with an evil goal, and because before suffering from amnesia he was Bowser, who has a long list of evil plots and deeds, Rookie finds himself among the series' antagonists. Next up is the actual Bowser, one of the trickier characters for us to rank on this list. On one hand, he is the primary antagonist in 2 games in this series. On the other hand, he is arguably the main protagonist in Bowser's Inside Story, helping Mario and Luigi defeat Fawful and the power of the Dark Star to save the world. We've decided to place him among the evil characters of the Mario and Luigi series for one key reason. Bowser's personal goals and desires are almost entirely selfish, power-focused, and evil. He only engages in heroic, selfless, helpful acts when they benefit him or are necessary to protect his own interests. He will certainly help save the world from destruction, but primarily because he still wants a shot at ruling it someday. He is a lovable, hilarious character with loads of charm and personality in the series, but we've chosen to rank him as one of the game's evil characters. Out of all the characters on this list, I feel like Bowser has the most room to be placed on the list, so let us know where you think he should be in the comments. The Koopalings may not receive much screen time or character development relative to other villains in the series, but their role in each game they appear in is to impede the Mario Bros. Progress. They serve Bowser loyally, which usually involves assisting in a villainous plot. They find themselves among the series' evil characters.
Next up is Thick Yoshi, you. The enormous Yoshi/Shroop hybrid created to aid in the Shroom invasion. This creature eats all the Yoshis on Yoshi's Island and eventually eats Baby Bowser, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, and the adult versions of Mario and Luigi. Every action Yoob takes in Partners in Time threatens the lives of many innocent creatures, placing him among our evil characters.
Paper Bowser Jr. helps both the paper and regular versions of his father on their quest to control the world and destroy the Paper Mario universe by ripping apart the book which houses the paper characters. While their efforts are unsuccessful, it is because of Paper Bowser Jr. that the Bowsers get their hands on the book after all. Paper Kamek does a lot of things to mess with the locations of Paper Jam, mainly in the form of putting paper terrain over the areas, though also by casting a spell over gloomy woods. He uses his magical abilities to make other characters do his bidding, which frequently involved fighting Mario and Luigi. For example, he uses a spell to force Wiggler to attack the Mario Bros. Additionally, he works with Paper Bowser as his sidekick, aiding him in his evil quest.
Next, we have Shrowzer, the possessed combination of Bowser and Elder Princess Shroop. Shrowzer is the Elder Princess's final attempt at destroying the Mario Bros. And is a creature embedded with the power and evil intentions of both Elder Princess Shroop and Bowser.
Next, we have Midbus, the secondary antagonist in Bowser's Inside Story. This somewhat dim-witted creature's name is based on the term Mid-Boss, an accurate namesake given his role in the game. Bowser faces off against Midbus at 3 different points during Inside Story, and the dialogue they share before each reveals that Midbus is not at all an evil mastermind, but rather a minion loyal to Fawful. While he is a bit more one-dimensional than some of the series' primary antagonists, his willingness to support Fawful's nefarious plans and engage in violence when ordered to place him within the evil category of our list. Paper Bowser works with Bowser to take over the world, and he leads the Paper Army. He even tries to destroy the book he and the other paper characters came from, which would trap all the paper beings in the real world. He does care about his army and his son like the regular Bowser does, but he tries to kill both Paper Mario and the Mario Bros many times, kidnaps Peach and Paper Peach, and is always concocting a new evil plot. If we were counting events in Paper Bowser's own universe, perhaps he would be higher, but alas, we're just talking about Mario and Luigi. Kamek is Bowser's main minion, always helping him achieve his evil goals. Whether by fighting Mario and Luigi to delay time, setting up obstacles to delay the Mario Bros on their quests, or using his magic to brainwash other characters, Kamek is always engaged in some form of evil. While they may not be a primary antagonist in any of the Mario and Luigi games, Kamek certainly earns a place among the series' most evil characters.
The strongest and most physically imposing Shroob. Elder Princess Shroob is a key antagonist figure in Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Along with her younger sister, she leads the Shroob invasion on the Mushroom Kingdom, threatening countless innocent lives and kidnapping Princess Peach in the process. It is worth noting that her main goal is to preserve her home planet's people, but she goes to severe and violent lengths to accomplish this goal. Even in defeat, her mushroom form, which is left behind, possesses Bowser in a final attempt to destroy the Mario Brothers. Princess Shroob is the main leader of the Shroob army, orchestrating an invasion of the Mushroom Kingdom to attempt to build a new home for her people. She creates a huge borderline cannibalistic Yoshi/Shroob hybrid creature in the form of Yub, steals the Toad's Vim to power the Shroob ships, dresses as Princess Peach to try and invade the present timeline, and feeds Princess Peach to Petey Piranha. In her quest to establish a new home for the Shroobs, she ends up committing several evil and violent acts.
Next up is Phantasma, the ghastly and magical bat creature from Dream Team. Along with Bowser, he is one of the two primary antagonists of the game, seeking to use the power of the Dream Stone to exert his control over the world. Throughout the events of Dream Team, Phantasma commits a variety of treacherous acts. He destroys the Dark Stone, turning many innocent people into stone, attacks Mario and Luigi on multiple occasions, kidnaps Peach, and teams up with Bowser, giving him enough power to temporarily defeat Mario and Luigi. Ultimately, after pledging his loyalty to Bowser, he's betrayed in their final battle with Mario and Luigi, since Bowser wanted all the power for himself. Now we've come to one of the most powerful forces of evil in the entire Mario and Luigi series. With the Bronze Medal of Evil, we have the Dark Star. This sentient embodiment of dark power lay dormant beneath the Mushroom Kingdom long before the events of Bowser's Inside Story. After it was first discovered by a group of Toad archaeologists, it brutally attacked the kingdom before being sealed away underground by the Elder Star Sprites. A prophecy foretold that if any evil entity were to retrieve the Dark Star, it would give them enormous power, allowing them to take over the world and plunge it into darkness. In the events of Bowser's Inside Story, this prophecy is partially fulfilled once Fawful, the story's main antagonist, unearths the star and attempts to utilize its immense power. The Dark Star serves as the final antagonist and boss fight of the game, nearly killing Bowser, Mario, and Luigi. While the force of pure evil villain is a bit simplistic, the Dark Star seems entirely and irredeemably wicked, placing it easily as one of the Mario & Luigi series' most evil characters. Next up with the Silver Medal of Evil is one of the series' most diabolical characters, Cackletta, the primary antagonist of Superstar Saga. This evil witch of the Bean Bean Kingdom sets the plot of the series' first entry in motion when she and her sidekick Fawful take over the Bean Bean Kingdom, imprisoning any who stood in her way and using belly belch worms to turn the Beanish royalty into mindless monsters. By disguising herself as the goodwill ambassador of the Bean Bean Kingdom, Cackletta infiltrated Peach's castle in order to steal Princess Peach's voice, aiming to use it to awaken the Beanstar and gain enormous power. Upon being defeated by Mario and Luigi in the first portion of Superstar Saga, Cackletta's spirit is transferred into Bowser's unconscious body by Fawful, creating the even more powerful Bowsetta. Cackletta's ambitions and actions are reprehensible and selfish, and she seems to have no loyalty even to her most trusted servants. A self-interested, power-hungry villain, Cackletta ranks the second most evil characters in the Mario and Luigi series, just behind someone she's very familiar with. We finally arrived at one of the Mario & Luigi series' most famous and beloved characters. With the gold medal of evil, we have Fawful. This eccentric supervillain is known for his peculiar speaking style and wicked sense of humor, along with the many nefarious acts he commits throughout the series. In Superstar Saga, he is loyal to Cackletta, helping her steal Peach's voice to reawaken the Beanstar. He fights the Mario Brothers many times and even protects Cackletta, sometimes by helping her possess the bodies of others. In Bowser's Inside Story, Fawful takes on the role of primary antagonist. He releases a dangerous disease among the Toads called the Blorbs, and gives Bowser a vacuum mushroom. This leads to Bowser inhaling Mario, Luigi, and many other inhabitants of the Mushroom Kingdom. He captures Peach, using her to reawaken the Dark Star. His ultimate goal is to utilize the power of the Dark Star to kill Mario, Luigi, and their allies so that he can then exert his control over the Mushroom Kingdom and the world. By the end of the events of Bowser's Inside Story, he becomes a more powerful version of himself, Dark Fawful. Upon defeat, Fawful is encouraged to join Mario and Luigi in helping to restore peace to the Mushroom Kingdom. Instead, in his final moments, Fawful acts out of spite and blows himself up, attempting to take Mario and Luigi with him. He fails, leaving Mario and Luigi victorious in their battle against him. Fawful is a cunning, vicious, colorful, strangely humorous villain, who easily ranks as the series' most evil character. Well, that does it for another lengthy Good to Evil video. Whew. If you stuck with us throughout this entire video and enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing to the channel and joining our Discord server, so you can stay up to date on new videos and engage with our community. And thanks again to Shroom Invader for his contributions to this video. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to his channel too. We hope you enjoyed what we put together for this ranking. Let us know if you'd like to see similar content in the future. With that, this is Marcelo signing off. We'll catch you all in the next video.